Thank you. Representative Barr.
Chairman, thanks for holding this hearing. Excellent hearing. Important oversight here. Dr. Cooper, let me ask you a little bit about follow-up on this outbound investment strategy that we're working on. Currently, Huawei and Hikvision are both listed on Treasury's non-SDN Chinese military industrial complex list and DoD's 1268 Chinese military company list. Currently, however, being named on these U.S. lists has little or no effect on these companies' operations or operations abroad. What would be the effect on these companies if the U.S. subjected them to full blocking sanctions or implemented a U.S. investment prohibition? Do you think this would be helpful to include in an outbound bill?
I think it would be effectively impossible for them to operate if they were not able to access Chinese banks. And so I do think if there were blocking sanctions put on, that would be essentially a kill shot potentially for some of those firms that do business globally.
Again, sanctions is a way with precision to really impede their surveillance authoritarianism, digital authoritarianism. Is that fair to say?
Yes, it is.
What would be a reason that Treasury would not currently designate those companies which are so integral to the techno-totalitarian surveillance activities of Beijing?
Well, the bottom line is that the Treasury Department has not used sanctions as a tool against China for, frankly, most of the last 2 decades. I was in the White House doing sanctions work about 20 years ago, and Treasury didn't want to use those tools then. And in general, I think the Treasury Department has been hesitant to use them now.
Well, we might want to change that. Let me ask any of you to describe the Chinese Central Bank Digital Currency as integrated into its digital authoritarianism. Can anyone speak to how China seeks to use the digital yuan as a way to surveil its people?
I can say in a very broader sense, currently that initiative is not taking a full scale as the Chinese government wanted to be. However, for those already being experimented in different cities and the different sectors of societies, it is absolutely true that if you use the Chinese digital yuan, then the state has, the bank potentially track every financial activities you do. Yeah, you have zero privacy under that system.
Well, this is why the United States should not adopt a central bank digital currency, right? Because if we don't want to counter China by becoming more like China. And we are hearing reports from within China that the plan is to pull all the physical currency out, have a digital central bank digital currency, have the central government of China and the CCP monitor financial activities, and then if they control that, then they can shut down the people's capabilities of how they spend their money, or even take some of their own funds away from them.
In a way, they're already doing that through the help of Chinese tech companies using those online payment systems. Those kind of shutdown, blocking account, taking as a form of punishment, it's already happening in the Chinese financial. But if the central Chinese digital yuan does that, that would give much more power, which is a terrifying future.
It is a terrifying future. Real quick on the Taiwan guidance, the PRC guidance regarding Taiwan that includes allowing the death penalty for individuals who are deemed advocates of Taiwan independence. I'm co-chair of the Congressional Taiwan Caucus. To any of our witnesses, given that Taiwan recently inaugurated a democratically elected president, how is the PRC using its surveillance capabilities to surveil or jail pro-Taiwan individuals in China?
This raised another very important question, which is the PRC state extended their ability, not only surveillance, but cyber attack, way beyond of PRC borders. that whether you're Taiwan independence or other activists or political figures or even any other sector, if the Chinese state targeted you, their espionage and particularly the cyber attack leaves no space that as a state power. Therefore, it's not just the citizen of Taiwan needs to watch what they do, their activities around the world, but anyone who, if the PRC identified as their enemy. So that caused United States and any sovereign states to give a strong measure to protect their own citizens and to counter that kind of beyond of PRC border attack.
Thank you. I yield.